Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy and Tarot. My name is Karen. I have another reading for you today. This is a political reading. Most likely my last one. I'm trying to step away from these, but the last reading I did, I feel like I dropped the mic. And I said I wasn't going to do any more unless something significant happens. And of course, we saw the coup arising, taking its physical manifestation yesterday for us to be mesmerized by. So I'm just going to see what the cards tell me in regards to what actions Trump is likely to take between now and Inauguration Day. Right? What new actions is he likely to take? Hopefully the cards will show me something. Right? What actions or reactions will Congress take in reaction to Trump's actions? Congress is here, got Trump in the middle since he's affecting everybody. And then what effects will this have on the American collective? That's in this third column. Today I'm using my new deck that I love, Bianco Nero, and clarified by the 12 chairs. I'm just going to read these cards directly from the book, okay? Because I feel like what these cards have to say is what Spirit wants us to tell you about where we are at, America is at, okay? So the cards that fell out when I wanted to know the final outcome for America and the final outcome for Trump was the Gran Signore, but he came out reverse, and the Desperate Man, who came out reversed. And when I asked, this card represented America's outcome, and this card represents Trump's outcome. But I'm just going to read what the cards say. I'm not going to try to decipher them. You can decipher them. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. I would appreciate it if you would definitely do that and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post new readings. Also, if you'd like to support this channel or donate to this channel, it does need your help and assistance. Consider becoming a Patreon subscriber or donating. There are links to both in my description box below. So now let's get on with the reading. So, a Gran Signore. I'm just reading directly what it says in the book, okay? This is a highly negative card. It represents a person, a man who is hungry for power, someone who misuses his position of authority and trust. Sound like anybody we know? This is someone who cannot provide an adequate level of care to those who depend on him. He's inherently a coward and even prone to anger and violence. Someone who's swayed and dominated by lower passions. Needless to say, this is a man to be aware of, America. Someone who's extremely toxic, who works against your interest, whether knowingly or unknowingly. It's just in his nature. And he's unable to contribute to anybody's life in a positive way. This man has a lack of self-control. He's only interested in his self-gratification. He's only interested in his self-gratification, and he has ulterior motives. His deformity is one of a spiritual nature, and he has no sense of morality. This man has appeared and can appear in the future in America's collective life. He may offer help in the future at a time of critical need, or put us to a point or the brink of critical need. We are told once again, beware this man. Accepting his help will only suck you into a whirlpool of negativity. Josh Hawley. This man uses veiled blackmail and sometimes dark, negative, evil energies to obtain his desires. So I guess that says it all about what America needs to be warned of. Spirit's warning us about Trump, not just Trump now, but Trump in the future. Okay, now let's look at Trump's card, his ultimate outcome. He's got this fall from grace, this desperate man reversed. Right? This manifests as a person who's consumed with jealousy, unable to see the wood for the trees, and doesn't see reality for what it is anymore. God damn, these cards are good. Indicates a yearning for the unattainable and ultimately destructive tendencies that will cause a very dangerous type of inner turmoil, the kind that will cause the querent, which is us, America, or his followers. In this case, it's his followers, to lose control. It may cause an outcry amongst us all. Okay, to lose control of their actions and their emotions, basically to make us all go crazy, pushing us to an extreme, an irrational place, a senseless place. This guy is a loose motherfucking cannon. I'm reading straight from the books, folks. This person is completely and utterly selfish, willing to crush others to get what he wants, in the complete disregard for the feelings of others. That's America. Complete disregard he has for America. Complete disregard for everything America represents and all within it. He wants to be pitied. He wants our sympathy. He's a big crybaby. He thinks he's the victim. And he's extremely proud, someone who has a big ego and takes offense and doesn't forgive. Nourished by feelings of competitiveness and envy and bitterness towards others. But he has a tendency to make grave mistakes. And when I say grave, I mean grave. Like dead in the grave? He acts impulsively and will be the cause of serious accidents that are fatal. Maybe even a shooting. This is a card of a red flag, folks. A warning. This jealous, selfish, envious man. A warning of him and all of his colleagues. Let's get into the reading. So I'm not going to make this too deep or too long and drawn out. I feel like this is just my last dip into this cesspool. Like I said, this column represents Congress and its actions and reactions to Trump. The center column represents Trump, his actions and reactions between now and Inauguration Day. And then the third column represents the American collective, how we're feeling, how we're affected by both areas here. So the first card I get is the Ace of Wands. This is a new initiative taken by Congress. This is Congress, remember? Congress is taking up some sort of new initiative or proposing something towards Trump. I'm going to read the black and white first, and then we'll go into the color cards, and it will all come together. Trump has the 7 of Pentacles. He has a decision to make, right? Congress is making a proposal. He's got a decision to make now. He's not getting the results that he wanted from all his work and hard work and efforts and investment. He doesn't have the Senate on his side. There is some kind of vote or decision that affects Trump, and now he has a choice or decision to make. But he's already made his decision, and it's a bad one. 10 of Wands represents the collective. The collective. 2 10 of Wands cards, by the way. Says we're burdened, more than burdened. We're doubly burdened. We're stressed. We're exhausted. We're drained from it all over this president over this uphill battle that took place on the Hill, on Capitol Hill. There's a strong desire to overthrow this burden, to overthrow this disgrace. It's a struggle to release us from this burden. There's 2 burdens we may try to be releasing ourselves from. Not only the burden of this president, but the burden of the disgrace that he has caused us, and the pain and the suffering. So this is past energy. This is present energy coming up in the near future. And then this is ultimate energy, the ultimate outcome energy, okay? Congress is initiating some sort of proposal, offering Trump different options. He's got the 7 of Cups. They've got the 7 of Cups. Congress is initiating or pondering over several options, brainstorming ideas. They will be offering Trump some of these options, or one of these options, or maybe more than one option, to disconnect him from energy and from directives. They know that he's delusional. They know that he's dangerous. They know that he is not mentally, emotionally, physically sound. Trump. Trump has the star reversed. Trump has already decided, I already told you, he's turning down their offer or proposal in favor of his skewed vision, his perspective on reality. He's not well. He's sick, and his time is up. The universe no longer favors him, and his star has fallen. It's unfortunate that in his wane, he causes so many to stress and to burden and to fall down in death, illness, and disgrace. There is a definite fall of grace here. A fall of grace for Trump and a fall of grace for America. And it's so sad, it's so depressing, and it's shameful. What has happened to America? What has happened to us? So disappointing. The country is in disgrace. This White House has disgraced us. And we should be ashamed, right? We should be ashamed for turning a blind eye, for hiding behind blinders. So often we've hidden from the burdens of others. We don't want to take on their burden. No, that's your problem, not mine. And because of that, now we have to deal with this overload. I'm seeing more death here, more disgrace ahead, not only for the collective, but for Trump and for Congress, potentially. Let me say that again. There is more death here, more disgrace here ahead in a short time, not only for the collective, but for Trump and for the Congress, possibly. I think Congress makes or gives Trump several options, right? But there should only be one option, right? The only option there is, this guy is unfit and he shouldn't be able to rule. He should be removed from office. That's the only choice. That's the only option that you should be giving him. Take him out. But they give him more than one option, and he makes the wrong choice or decision, and this may result in more death, a calamity, a loss, a fall from grace, a disgrace. It's sad, it's pathetic. It might even be a bloody massacre. Didn't I say shooting before? Didn't I say a shooting caused by a crazy man with nothing to lose? Resulting in death, calamity, loss, and disgrace. It's sad, it's pathetic. What this con man has done, what this cult leader has done, what this grand dragon and grand duke of the clan has done, and what we as a collective have allowed him to do. Ultimately, there will be a disconnect. Two of Cups reversed. Congress will break with Trump. Those once devoted and professed to love will break with him. There is a separation between Trump and Congress. It's all on Trump. This is the card of the Gemini. A big decision, a big life-changing choice or decision will affect us all. He's making some big decision, this Gemini, and making a vow to repay loyalties shown and loyalties not shown, and pardoning the defiled. For the collective, I am seeing a healing, a mercy, a help. The mercy ship? A help coming to those down, to those dead, to those dying and suffering from this crisis, from this bloody massacre, from this disgraceful happening. A mistake that could have been foreseen, should have been foreseen and prevented, but you can't put the toothpaste back into the tube. Too late now. Now let's read the color cards. Make sure to like, subscribe to my channel, share your comments. If you'd like to support the channel, become a Patreon subscriber or donate. There are links to both in my description box. So the case is being made, right? I told you there's an initiative or proposal being made by Congress right now as we speak. It's already happened, right? A case being made due to fatality and death and due to this disgrace. Thank you for the super chat, Ann Mikado. They are meeting and collaborating together. Congress unified and working well together based on this initiative, based on this case already made. It could be more than one decision they are making, and they will present their offer to Trump. Or they will offer something to Trump. I'm feeling like Pence or this council or this cabinet will offer something to Trump. They will deliver this offer to Trump, but Trump will turn it down as this is blocked from succeeding. The death card clarifies the Seven of Pentacles. Trump's action or decision is represented by death, a decision to accept this death or to continue on in his futile efforts to grow something here. Tells me that Trump will decide to continue. He's resisting this ending. It's in the challenge position. Creating a lot more stress, a lot more pressure and tensions to come from both sides, right? Both sides have the Ten of Wands. Both sides feel pressure to do something, to make something happen, to bring this story to a conclusion or end. And it might happen uphill on Capitol Hill. It may happen there again. There's a strong desire to overthrow this burden, this disgrace. It's a struggle, right? And there are efforts to bury the dead. There are efforts made to cover up and to hide those at arms and those who've made sacrifices Efforts made by this con man, this cult leader, this grand dragon, this grand duke to cover up these energies, to cover up for and to protect those who went up the hill, those who fought and died, I guess. His compatriots, his kids, his son, his daughter, his son-in-law. Even after this is over, we will be burdened by the disgrace of this period, of this president, and of this period, and of Trumpism ideology that to come, and those that follow him continue to follow him like slavish idiots. Two of Cups clarifies the Seven of Cups, right? These options, these ideas, these plans, these let's do this, let's do that. Some of these deals or offers made by Congress to Trump might involve protections for Jared, Ivanka, Trump Jr., those close to him, whose feet are just as dirty and covered in shit and corruption as Trump's. They're trying to get him to think about and consider these things. Think about these people you care about, right? Take the deal. Those close to him, those in his cabinet, maybe trying to get him to see some reality because his vision is skewed. Thank you for the super chat. I didn't see who sent it. I'm sorry. I'm focused on the reading. Thank you so much for your support. The Ten of Cups here threw me for a minute. Ten of Cups clarifying the star reversed. See, it's easier to do these readings because I'm focused on one person and I've gotten to know his energy, right? But when you do general readings, you're talking about a lot of different people, a lot of different scenarios that go on. So you guys must bear that in mind, the difference between these readings and the readings that I post for the general zodiac signs, right? All right, anyway, Ten of Cups clarifies this star reversed. Trump's star has fallen, right? He's fall from grace. The Ten of Cups represents his family, the white picket fence, the White House, and the white picket fence. Huge masses of people, big public followings, huge masses of people are affected or involved while the world watches this fall from grace or this deadly, bloody massacre. I hope that does not take place, but I tell you, I have to mention what I see, death and death twice. Possibly shooting. There's that potential. So take any precautions. If you don't have to be in dangerous places, don't put yourself in dangerous places. Because I don't think it's over yet. There's still more to come. So like I said, ultimately, Congress makes a deal to disconnect. Congress will break with Trump. Those once devoted and professed to love will break with him. Clarified by the Ace of Cups, there's a lack of love, a fallout, an end to this relationship due to a strong, overwhelming outcry, probably from the collective or probably from this negative happening. The opportunity was lost. You should have took the opportunity when you had it. This didn't have to happen. This doesn't have to happen. So, and also with the lack of a deal, with the lack of his taking an opportunity offered to him, I think that efforts to take down Trump and those close to him, including Ivanka and Jared and Trump Jr., there will be efforts made to take them down in the future due to Trump's bad decision and not taking a deal, or due to an outcry for them to be accountable, held accountable. Feelings are expressed, feelings that were held up and bottled up. They're expressed now, and they're feelings of bitterness and hatred during this divorce, during this breakup. Remember, Trump is in the challenge position, so the Lovers is a divorce. It's a breakup when it's challenged. Weakness says feelings are expressed, are going to come out now. There's an outcry for Congress to do something, right? And a weakness says emotional health, someone's emotional health puts everybody at risk. And the situation or person involved is sick. They're damaged, not able to make rational decisions. So there's some kind of separation or divorce. I don't know if it's the 25th Amendment. I don't know if his cabinet will do that. But there is some kind of disconnect, hopefully between now and the inauguration day. There has to be. There will be a strong outcry, but I think that it comes only after a threatening situation happens. Unfortunately, I think there will be more loss, possibly even more death, or a big threat before this action happens. So this Wheel of Fortune next to the Lovers, this is my last political reading, honey. Most likely this is my last one, right? I do hope that you will support me in my channel and in its new direction. I'm just going to be doing new things, all right? So I want to cleanse the energy. So I hope you will still support this channel after this reading is done. Thank you. So some big life-changing decision or choice, a decision, a delusional choice or decision that affects us all by this Gemini. And Trump is making a vow to repay loyalty shown and those not shown while pardoning the defiled. Trump vows and promises to take them down. The Wheel of Fortune says he vows to flip the script, to turn it around, to rise again and return. But Trump's lucky star has waned, and the universe is no longer backing him or favoring him, or the forces and powers that be are no longer backing him and favoring him. Not only that, it's planetary. I mean, it's planetary. The cosmic forces are not backing him or favoring him. There's an unfortunate cycle ahead for Trump. This is a prison, someone who's got nothing left to live for. And they may be facing prison or a life sentence. But I don't think that Trump is going to go to prison. But I think his miseries will be great. Last cards. King of Cups. This is for the collective here. King of Cups and the Four of Pentacles reversed. So this is how I want you to see the story. I see some kind of mercy or healing or help coming, given to those who may have fallen dead, fallen down, who are dying, who are suffering from illness, disease, or from a massacre or some disgraceful happening, a mistake that could have been prevented, that should have been foreseen. It could be that this has already happened, but I feel like it's going to happen again. This is the near future energy. I feel like this is Pence. Pence is rising to the occasion and becoming president for a short while, right? Hopefully not to help Trump out. He's becoming president for a short while to turn around the dysfunction of the White House. And because of dysfunction in the White House, there's a turnaround or a flip, and someone comes in and takes up new rule, rises up to take rule. There's a message delivered from a dysfunctional house. It could be a message of resignation. It could be a message of death. The Four of Pentacles reversed clarifies this King of Cups. Says there will be release and letting go. Finally, the grip of this negative, evil con man vile cult leader, Grand Dragon, Grand Duke of the clan, finally the grip of this negative energy is released and let go. But I'm also getting that this negative Gemini has released the Kraken. Look at this sea monster here. He's released some kind of Kraken. Kraken is symbolism for something that doesn't sound good to me, folks. Something hidden deep in the ocean or in the mountains or on the hill. Giving up something finally after holding on and holding back so tightly and loosening the grip and the hold. But there's some kind of area, a zone that's now not secure, and the Kraken has been released. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed my reading style, and you will continue to support Soulight Hypnotherapy and Tarot. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you to everyone who supported. Thank you for all your super chats. Thank you to all my Patreon subscribers. Thank you to everyone who's leaving comments. Thank you for all your support, past, present, and future. God bless you all, and God bless America.